So yes, welcome. Thank you for showing up today as a group and being here together for this, what we're calling a circle of breath, each in our own spaces. We started these Tuesday classes in 2020, and we've been going ever since. At this time, we've been going through immense changes in the world throughout these last 3 years. And I've found it to be quite a respite and a place to tap in and to remember these practices and how powerful they can be week to week. So this is a kind of a new session. And I think that if you're here, it's probably because you got an email or saw on social media a call to come together at this time, which is particularly intense. And I really just want to acknowledge that and presence, the pain and the grief, anger, suffering, fear that so many of us are feeling at this time. And to welcome you to bring all parts of yourself to this practice today. I just want to hold in our hearts the people losing their lives right now, their lives and their homes and their livelihoods. I felt very nervous about opening the group just because I know that to be brief means to use words that are going to be loaded for each of you differently. And so forgive me if the words that I choose are not aligning for you. And I'm not here to be a newscaster or, share my politics at this time. I'm hoping to hold a circle for us to attend to our hearts and attend to all that is present for us. And with that, I don't want to ignore the intensity of grief for people directly and indirectly impacted by the ethnic cleansing, we can call, in Palestine going on, the thousands of people who are losing their lives, especially children, who have nothing to do with any of this. And that following...
Okay, I think that doesn't work. Thanks.
That following the loss of life and the intense tragedy for all of the people in Israel who have lost their lives on October 7th and the hostages. This is such an intense time. There's nothing we can say that's going to be correct for everyone. But what I want to say is that you're welcome here to attend to your heart and attend to the feelings that are coursing through your body at this time. That is what these practices can really help us with. I would love to open it to you just to type in the chat, like what brings you today, what has brought you to this circle. You're welcome to write it in the chat. Do
you just want us to say or type
You're
in?
welcome to say it out loud or to write it in the chat.
Too much trouble to type. So my foot, I broke my foot at the end of August. I am a yoga instructor. I haven't been able to practice yoga for a long time. And I just feel like pranayama is what I need right now to kind of bring my body into balance. And beginning to walk now, but been a long journey. And also just admire your bravery. I noticed that one woman left because of your comments, and I just want to say that I feel like in this kind of environment, all voices can be heard. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's see, Lucinda. I need to center myself in peace. Absolutely.
Okay, that's what I was going to write.
Mhm.
I felt just a growing anxiety for the last little while, weeks and weeks, and I really do feel a strong need to become a little bit more centered, to get a sense of balance, and to work through, with the breath. So I was really, really hoping to be able to make a connection to where I could join. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Oscar had a recent impactful breathwork experience, looking to continue and deepen my practice. Thank you. Nadia, looking for resources to help calm myself. Yes. Michelle, want to explore this aspect of the practice to complement my yoga practice, so deepen my learning in this area. Yes. Yes. So if you're just logging on, we're just sharing what brings us today, either in the chat or out loud. Welcome. Using breath to get through difficult emotions and sensations in the body. Yeah. Meditation can be too challenging for me, so starting with my breath is easier. Also, still mourning the loss of a loved one. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all so much for your openness and sharing what brings you here. So my hope for this group is that we start with breath and we practice for 4 weeks, 4 sessions of breath, and to really keep this open to communication. I'm very open to what your needs are, and if there are co-facilitators that I can bring on going forward after these 4 sessions that attend, directly to skills that I don't have, but can also keep it a somatic and breath circle, I would be happy to pull in other folks, so this is a bit of an experiment to try a donation-based circle, but I see the potential in it as something that can grow. John, you've been meaning to come back to class. Yes, and getting over COVID. Okay. So thank you. I want to presence our current feelings. So if it helps you to close your eyes or soften your gaze, just take a moment to feel the sensations in your body. And sometimes those sensations can be quite intense. And the invitation is, if it becomes too intense or difficult to hold, to just open your eyes, bring your hands to the ground or to what you're sitting on. Become aware of your surroundings. In some ways, the pranayama practices sensitize us to what we're feeling and make it very real. And then there are techniques that help us to balance those energies, that help us to balance the what we call the gunas, or the state of inertia, heaviness, lethargy, dense feelings, or the state of rajas, which is more overexertion or hypersensitive, or feelings of easily ignited agitation. And that when we balance either of those states, we come to the third state, which is one of more clarity, called sattva. It's really important for us to do this work for ourselves, to acknowledge what we're feeling and to work our way toward clarity. Because my intention for this class, what really drove me to this class, was just an acknowledgement that the intensity of our feelings are easily militarized, they're easily abused. So it's more important than we each are able to acknowledge our own feelings and become clear within ourselves. I'm closing my eyes. It helps me to feel. Take a moment to notice the breath, how it's moving in your body. Feelings of up and down. In and out. Noticing sensations around your nostrils, the heat and the cool. In this moment, there's nothing we need to do to change or to fix. We're just observing as it is. Noticing areas in your body that may feel dense or tight, stuck, rigid, held. Perhaps areas that feel the need to fidget, to move, like there's energy that needs to be expelled. Perhaps you're holding both in different parts of the body. In this moment, we'll just bring some basic labels that have no right or wrong or good or bad attached. Words like heavy or light, stable or mobile, hot or cold, noticing places in your body, these kinds of description. Then bringing awareness back to the breath. We'll start with creating a steady breath. Notice the pace of your inhalation and the pace of your exhalation. We'll bring a balance to that pace. I'll ask you to count at your own rate and time. Inhaling for a count of 4 and exhaling for a count of 4. It can be slow or fast. Just follow the natural pace at this time of your breath. The natural capacity. And as you're continuing to steady the breath, equally give attention to the sensations in your body in a process of change, hot and cold. Mobile and static. Heavy and light. And we can just blink our eyes open, and I'll ask you to either put in the chat or say out loud simply a body part as you feel it and a sensation, something like warm cheeks or heavy eyes. Body part and a sensation.
Full nose.
Heavy hands. Chest tight, heavy eyes, cold hands. Yes, hips tight. Cold feet. Thank you. So the techniques that we practice, they sore hip. Thank you. The techniques that we practice, they are techniques that are innately stimulating or more balancing and calming, right? And so we'll divide them up into those categories, but the quality with which you practice each of these techniques, you can tailor for what it is that you feel you need, right? So I'm going to offer it in certain pace and time, and you go at your own pace and time. And then we'll pause in between each of the techniques to feel the sensations. Possibly they've changed, how they're now moving, and how we can now describe them, okay? We'll start with a technique called Bhastrika breath, and it tends to be on the more stimulating side. So if you feel that stimulating is not what you need right now, practice it at a completely different pace. Practice it very slowly. If you're feeling more of the heavy, dense feelings, then try to practice it with a more heavy, faster pace. Okay, so we'll start with our hands at the shoulder height. And then take the biggest breath in you possibly can. Deep inhale. I'm raising my hands and opening them. And then your deepest exhale as you pull your hands in. And I'm intentionally making that like wheezing sound, pushing out at the deepest part of the lungs. Deepest inhale and deepest exhale. Deepest inhale. Deepest exhale. Inhale. Exhale.
Mouth open on the exhale? Mouth open on the exhale or closed?
Closed if you have it available, just using your nose, right? Inhale through the nose if you can, and exhale through the nose if you can. Now go at your own pace. You can soften the intensity, or you can make it faster. Just explore for yourself the pace that feels like balancing for your energy right now. Innately, you'll know that. Listen to your body's call. Together, we'll exhale all the air out. Bring your palms face up on the knees. Pause and wait for your inhale to naturally come. When it comes, enjoy the breath. And for a moment, you might close your eyes or peer toward the tip of your nose and notice new sensations in your body. Areas of warmth, possibly in your hands or face. Clarity, perhaps in the sinuses, or mobility in your chest. Noticing what you notice. We'll practice again in a softer way. You can have your hands on your knees or down in the creases of your hips as we inhale, allowing your chest to move forward, looking slightly up. And as we exhale, you can come to neutral, or if it's comfortable in your spine to round all the way back. So inhaling, coming forward, opening up through the chest. And exhaling, looking down the front of your body. Feel the abdomen pull back toward the spine. Inhale. And exhale. Just moving slowly. Let your breath guide the pace of your movement and the range of your movement. I'm choosing to practice a little slower and give attention to the sensations in the muscles around my spine and my neck. The next exhale, you can bring your spine to neutral, turn your palms face up, pause in that peaceful stop, waiting for your breath to naturally come. When it comes, enjoy the breath. And again, just notice what's new. Learning to tolerate and bring attention to the sensations in our body without good or bad. Hot or cold. Heavy or light. Mobile or static. You need to shake out your legs or move your knees in any way, now is a good time. You can take our right hand behind the back and bring the left hand across to the right knee. Root down into the sits bones and inhale. As you exhale, gently turn the rib cage to the right. It doesn't matter how far you go. Notice where you start to feel the taut tension and pause in that space. Let your head follow the line of the twist. And we'll just bring attention to the back body, the back ribs. Inhaling deeply and exhaling completely. Trying not to pull on your leg or torque, being very gentle with that point of contact. If you're sitting in a chair, you might put your arm on the back ledge of the chair. Relax both shoulders to an even position. And let your head come up a little higher than the shoulder. Breathing with awareness of your back. Inhale, the breath is rising. And exhale, the breath is falling. On an inhale, we'll take the front arm up, gently untwisting. And exhale, and just switch sides. Deep inhale. On an exhale, turn your rib cage. So you'll notice that the hips are trying to turn too, so sit deeply into your seat. It's as if your hips are twisting in the opposite direction, so that the turn is coming from just above your navel. Breathing into your back body. You can return to that steady breath, inhaling an even count, exhaling an even count. On an inhale, we'll take the front arm up, untwisting, and exhale. Gently release the hands. And we'll bring the right hand onto the abdomen and the left hand above the chest. And just give some attention to the space in between your hands. Again, closing your eyes or softening your gaze. You can peer toward the tip of your nose. Inhaling, noticing the space between your hands that expands, and exhaling, how that space contracts. See if you can bring equal attention to both of your hands, as if you're breathing into both hands evenly. Inhaling, the abdomen descends and the chest rises. And exhaling, the abdomen draws in and up, and the chest softens down. Inhale, that space lengthens and widens. And exhale, that space narrows and shortens. Breathing with awareness on the space between your hands. This is just a practice called full yogic breath. You might notice that it's easier to breathe with awareness on the chest than in the abdomen. That's very normal. Keeping your awareness down onto the space where your right hand is meeting the abdomen. Inhale, the abdomen widens and descends. And exhale, the abdomen draws in and up. Inhale, the chest is rising and broadening. And exhale, the chest is softening and descending. And bringing awareness to both hands evenly. And the space between your hands. If it's helpful for you to mark the breath with listening, you can slightly restrict your throat like you're trying to hold back a yawn. And inhale, listen to the sound of your breath like wind through a tunnel. And exhale, continue to listen to the sound of your breath. Sometimes this helps also to lengthen the pace of the breathing, inhaling. And exhaling. Full yogic breath. See if you can keep your awareness on the midsection of your body as you release your hands, breathing deeply. And you can release the constriction in the throat. Just noticing the impact of dirga breath or full yogic breath. You're welcome anytime to ask questions or to state a body part and a sensation or to write in the chat. Bring our hands into little tight fists. And this is a practice that is a simple one, tends to be helpful for anxieties, just to move the sensations of anxiety, to become aware. On an inhale, we double sniff the shoulders up toward the ears like this. Allow for that tension in the shoulders, the upper back, and anywhere else that you might feel it. Put your mind's attention on that place and then let it out on a double sigh through the mouth. All the way to the end, relaxing your abdomen, and begin again. Squeeze, and you're welcome to retain the breath here for a moment, putting your attention there, or let out whenever you need to. Just a few more at your own pace. You can consciously squeeze places that feel tight, like your face, your shoulders, your abdomen, your hips, your feet. And then consciously relax them on the out breath. Make this the last round that you're on. When you've completed your out breath, turn the palms face up on the knees. Pause and feel. Sense of mobility or stability. Heat or cold. Fast or slow. Anything that you might feel. And gently roll the shoulders forward and up. And exhale them back and down. Inhale, rolling forward and up. Exhaling back and down. Inhaling 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 forward and up. Last one, exhaling back and down. So we'll move to what's considered a balancing breath. Balancing for the two sides, your body, your breath, your brain, called alternate nostril breathing or Analoma Viloma. We'll start with a rigorous version, so that tends to be more clearing and stimulating, and then we'll move to the calming version. So the right hand, you bring your pointer middle finger toward the palm. This is the stimulating version. I'll demonstrate. It looks like this. That's one round. So we'll exhale gently, close off your right nostril, and take your deepest in-breath through the left. Switch your fingers and exhale forcefully through the right. Inhale through the right. Switch your fingers, exhale through the left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. At your own pace. Making sure your inhales and exhales are full and complete. As you exhale, the abdomen pulls toward the spine. As you inhale, the side of the body expands. Next time you exhale through the left side, you can release your hand, pause and feel. Sensations, prana, vital life energy is moving. Watching it in a process of change. Watching your breath as it naturally slows down. Now we'll practice a more subtle version of this, Nadi Shodhana. In Nadi Shodhana, which means cleansing of the channels, we get as very light as you can on with your fingers so that the movement is happening from the midsection of your body, perhaps even close to the spine, up, bringing your attention to the space between the eyebrows, and then feeling the movement through the other side, the contraction, as you exhale. So as we stay light with our fingers, it helps not to be pulling from the sinus region and from the face. Take a deep exhale. We'll gently close off the right nostril and invite the breath in like a receiving of the breath. Bring your attention to the space between the eyebrows. And then through the right, slowly exhale. Then through the right, invite the breath in. Gently close, focus between the eyebrows. And through the left, slowly exhale. That's the basics of the technique. You can take it at your own pace, inviting the breath in. And then allowing your exhale to be twice as long as your inhale. Very slow and controlled exhalation. Your inhale natural, like receiving the breath. Not pulling, leaving a little bit of room at the top. And your exhale all the way to the end. Long, slow, and complete. Find a pace and a rhythm that doesn't feel forceful. Pace and a rhythm that honors your own natural capacity for breath right now. Focus on the exhale, long, slow, and complete. Noticing how the deeper the exhale, the more full and natural the inhale will be. Bringing a sense of regulation and rhythm. Observing the sensations of the breath. Focusing your mind inward. Next time you exhale through your left side, you can release your hand, pause and feel what's new. The subtle quality of your breath. Perhaps contrasting the feelings after this technique from the more rigorous Bhastrika. Pranayama helps us to attend to our subtle body energy, which is more akin to our emotional sensations or hormonal sensations, the subtler sensations. Next practice is one that uses sound. You can either, once we come to it, close your ears by plugging their ears with your hands like this, or you might use a mudra called Shanmukhi, 6 opening mudra, and that is like this. I'll just show it first. The middle finger, ring finger come into the corners of the eyes. The pointer fingers up to the eyebrows, the pinky fingers alongside the nostrils, and then the thumbs would close the ears. In either position, the breath is inhaling through the nose and exhaling with a humming sound at whatever tone works for you, like picturing the center of your brain like this. All the way to the end of your breath. We'll practice 8 at your own pace, and when you finish, you can bring your hands to your heart so we'll know. Take a deep inhale. Humming out your breath to the end. Noticing what you notice. Brahmari, just sometimes called bumblebee breath. Brahmari is said to be one of the better techniques for calming anxiety. Just notice what you feel. It's all good. Can bring a sense of alertness as well as relaxation. Noticing the resonance of sound. And for a moment, we'll bring our hands back onto the knees and just take a second to check in again. Perhaps a subtle shift in your energy, an awareness of something new. We'll come back to the stabilizing breath of inhaling. You can inhale for a count of 5. And exhale for a count of 5. At your own pace, capacity that feels easeful for you. We'll bring awareness to the space around your body. And bring awareness to the space on the right side of your body. About 2 feet outside the right side of your body. Breathing with awareness through the right side of your body. As if directly in and out of the space on the right side of your body. Bring awareness to the space on the left side of your body. About 2 feet outside the left side of your body. Breathing with awareness outside the left side of your body. As if directly in and out of the space on the left side of your body. Bringing awareness to the space in front of your body. Breathing with awareness on the space in front of your body. About 2 feet outside the front of your body. As if directly in and out of the space in front of the body. Bringing awareness to the space behind the body. About 2 feet back behind the body. Aware of the space behind your body. Breathing as if directly in and out of the space behind the body. Bringing awareness to the space below your body. About 2 feet down below the body. Breathing with awareness below your body. As if directly in and out of the space below the body. Bringing awareness to the space above the body. About 2 feet up above the body. Breathing with awareness above your body. As if directly in and out of the space above your body. Breathing with awareness surrounding your entire body. The right side, left side, front, back, below, and above the body. Breathing with awareness around your entire body. As if directly in and out of the space around your entire body. And bring your fingertips to the earth or the space that you're seated upon. Lightly blink the eyes open. Thank you so much for taking a little time out to explore some of what focusing on the breath can do. I hope it gave you a little bit of something you need or a little bit of inspiration. I'm so open to whatever you feel like you would like this group to evolve into. If you feel committed to coming into these kinds of practices together, then please do be in touch with me and we can slowly craft these pranayama classes, these circles of breath and somatic practices. Please feel free to ask any questions now. Thank you so much. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you so much, Nandi. Thank you, Amy.
Thank you for a wonderful experience.
My pleasure. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming. I'm glad you made it to the group. Thank you, John. Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you, Anjali.
My pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Bobby. See
You're welcome.
you next week. Yeah. Okay. Peace, peace, peace. Buddy.